It's a very potent time to step into our personal power. You're all very much aware of that if you watch me on a regular basis. And most of, if not all, of the energy over what I'd like to say the last several days, but I think it's the last several weeks, have not really challenged us. But today may rock the boat a bit. We may find challenges, conflicts, and challenges throughout our day. With a little bit of awareness, though, we can easily maneuver any bumps in the road. So, join me as we embark on a journey of self-discovery and empowerment, gaining that understanding of how to embrace this energy, utilize this energy, and move forward today and every day. So hi, I'm Tilly. This is Tarot with Tilly. Thank you for being here. Thank you for all the positive, loving support you send me each and every day. You guys absolutely rock. I send it right back to you. Welcome to your daily focus, May the 29th, 2024. Let's start with the numerology. Today we have the energy of the 29. So 2 plus 9 is an 11. So we are working towards that master number. Very much like the 28 energy working towards the 10 and the 1, the 29 energy also puts some kind of challenge in front of us where we have to really think on our feet. Now, with the 11 energy, we need to be mindful of what has value in our life, what is important in our life. We have to meet our commitments, our obligations. But more importantly than anything else, we need to put some goals in place. Maybe make a promise to ourselves that we're going to get something done, move forward in some way, do something that we have been putting off for a long time, and setting that goal, putting that dream into motion. And then we need to give it the focus, the attention, the consistency that it needs in order to be the success that you see in your mind right now, the possibility of what is to come. Now, if we look at the daily numerology, we have a 5 plus 11 plus an 8. That brings in a 24 energy for us. So it is about our relationships. It is about the people that are closest to us, the people that we love, the people that are dearest to our heart. And trying to grow those bonds stronger, deepen those relationships, strengthen those relationships. This is a time when you can meet somebody new to come into your life, walk the rest of your path with you perhaps, a best friend, a lover, a spouse to be one day. Two plus 4 is a 6 energy, and that is our habits, our behaviors. Understanding where we might trip ourselves up or where we could adopt some better behaviors or better habits in order to excel in the health of our body, mind, and soul, perhaps. Perhaps we trip ourselves up. We don't. Maybe it's something like you want to talk to crowds, or you want to do some kind of public speaking, but you've always been told to be in the shadows, and you stumble over your words. You've always had that fear, and so it's a time where you would look to join something like Toastmasters or something, where you start to get into the habit of talking on a regular basis in front of other people and growing your self-confidence in a way. So it could be where you are trying to hone an ability, a talent, in order to move forward. And what you're doing now is we're going to delete whatever that time lot is or that energy is in our life. Maybe we could take that hour that we were watching, Netflix binging or something, or just sitting on the couch, or not really being productive, and using that hour, that half hour, towards something that will help us move forward. Once again, it's about what has value, what does not have value. Okay, Netflix is not going to send you a check, but if you start working on that new money stream, that might provide some money coming in. So, but whatever it might be, okay, Netflix is not going to love you, but if you spend some time, networking, socializing with purpose, and trying to meet new people, like-minded people, you're joining clubs and whatnot to meet somebody that is like-minded like you, that you already have some things in common, to start that relationship, to move forward in that way. We have I just noticed we have the Fool. So the Fool is that new path forward. I don't think he'll be at the bottom when we're done, but let's get through the astrology really fast. Sun in Gemini, Moon is in Aquarius. The Moon is in Aquarius till about 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, when it will move into Pisces. Now, usually I do not talk about any, it's called void of course moon cycles. Most times they're very brief, or they're at an off time, so I usually don't mention them. But and what is it, right? Hey, Tilly, what is a void of course moon? Okay, the moon is considered void of course from the moment it makes its last major aspect to another planet, so a square or a conjunction, or until it enters the next sign. So today, from around 10:30 a.m. until about 8:30 p.m. when it goes into Pisces, you should avoid making any kind of major decisions, sign any important documents, make any major purchases. They advise against it, okay? The astrologers out there definitely advise against that, and they always let you know when that is coming about. So, okay, so today though, Mars conjuncts Chiron. Now, during this time, it's when a past trauma may resurface. But that also means it's providing you a time to heal from that trauma. It's a time maybe to confront some issues that you might have buried, pushed down, ignored. Take time to sit in silence, reflect on any past wounds, look it in the eye, where you might feel blocked, where you feel you can't move forward. So meditation, journaling are some ways that you can do that quite easily. Look for safe ways to release any kind of pent-up emotions. So get out there and exercise, walk the block, take a walk through nature, channel that energy through being creative. Maybe just talking with a friend, or talking seemingly with yourself. Okay, you may want to look at your life and where, what parts of your life need some kind of uplift, some facelift, some improvement. And so this is a time to set some goals in place for where you want the improvement, how you're going to tweak that area of your life so that you feel more confident or more courageous, or maybe it's more about self-love and self-compassion and giving yourself that time to just do whatever you want to do, to invite in your sense of happiness and joy. Perhaps today could be helping somebody else who's currently going through something that you've walked through, to help in their healing, okay? So we need to be open to receiving, but we also need to be open to giving, okay? This energy is not here to pull us down. Okay, rather, Mars is actually a very dynamic, forward-thinking kind of energy. So it'll boost our self-confidence, believe ourselves that we can take control over our life, make some kind of empowering changes or choices to move ourselves forward in new ways with a new sense of vitality, strength. Now, that all sounds, good, that we can heal from things, we can move past some things, some traumas perhaps that pulled us down, or some situations in our life that has always pushed us down instead of allowing us to feel that freedom, allowing us to feel that liberation. But we have Venus semi-squaring this conjunction, so we may come across past wounds from something that is actually happening in the present. Maybe you and your spouse have a little spat, or a good friend of yours, somebody at work, you have an argument, okay? Pay close attention to any type of conflict, any kind of tension. We're going to be impatient. We're going to be quick to anger. So you could be on the giving end of that. You could be on the receiving end of that. Try and be aware and empower yourself to just step back. Ask yourself, what is this really all about? And it could be that it has nothing to do with you, but rather it's the other person's past baggage coming to the surface, or even their present moment, and they're trying to deal with that. But giving yourself giving yourself this little window of insight could save some hurt feelings, unnecessary arguments. Practice active listening. 2 ears, 1 mouth kind of rule today. And when you are communicating, communicate to others very clearly. So think about what you want to say. Stay flexible. Definitely stay flexible. And once again, find those constructive outlets to release any kind of tension, okay? So today is a day where we want to work in, 5 minutes or 10 minutes of exercise here and there, little spurts. Maybe you work for 2 hours and then you just do a stretch or something just to get the blood flowing again. Let go of some of that tension, or go into a meditation, or just even breathing, and just allow that flow of your breath to release the tension in your shoulders and your neck. Even if you're having a good day, we pick up tension from everything that we have walked through and encountered for the day. Some of that does stick. So you'll be amazed when you start doing it on a regular basis. You can do it while you're standing in line to pay for your groceries. Just allow your eyes to relax a little bit, your shoulders to drop a little bit, and just breathe a little slower. You'll be amazed at how fast you actually get grounded, centered, so that you can approach any situation with the strength, with the courage, with the confidence. Okay, we'll turn to the cards. Okay, our underlying energy for today is the Nine of Cups, wishes fulfilled. So this is the wish card. So I got here so late. I didn't think I was going to be this late getting in front of the camera. I didn't even put on jewelry, but now I've got that one light that seems to reflect, because if I tape earlier, I don't get this problem. So you'll just have to bear with me and pay more attention to the message than the cards today. But this is the Nine of Cups. Many times you'll see it as the happy guy sitting there on the cloud with the cups over him, just sitting there all content, because it's about wishes being fulfilled today. So pay attention. Remember all that other energy that I told you to jot down some notes. You're going to want to remember this. That energy is still around you, and here it is to say, yeah, today could be a day where you actually get the clarity, the understanding, or the healing comes in that allows you to move forward where you never could before. Clarity, understanding, all of a sudden you get that presence of knowledge of how you can go forward. How you can, or maybe something comes to you. Maybe it's good news. Maybe you've been waiting and waiting and waiting for something to happen, and today is one of those days that something could wonderfully happen in your life. First card is I just love working with the tarot, because doesn't it, the cards are just so amazing. Okay? Look who we got. We got the Fool. That new path, that new beginning, that new start. I know we're in full moon energy, but the Fool is our first card. So we are thinking about the adventure. We are thinking about the opportunities, the learning experiences, the relationships that we want to step into. Maybe it's a new health regime for ourselves. Whatever it is that you are thinking about, this is actually the day where you start to make some decisions. And under an 11 energy, you want to make those kinds of decisions, those promises to yourself. To say, we're going to lose 10 pounds and circle it on the calendar. Give yourself 10 days, 10 months. It doesn't matter as long as you've picked a date and you work consistently towards it. Maybe this is the day you start writing the book. Maybe this is the day you make that new money stream. You start putting that all together. You release it on a day like today. Maybe you meet somebody new and they change your whole view of the world. Maybe you meet somebody new and they partner with you. Maybe you meet somebody new and it turns into, your best of friends. It's like you've known each other forever. I mean, so many wonderful things can happen because we have the wishes fulfilled underneath as our underlying energy, and the Fool is our first card of new beginnings and new starts. It is something that we have been dreaming about. This is something saying that, yes, we can go forward, and not only go forward, but be very successful, bringing in that abundance, that prosperity, that joy, that happiness, that love in our life. We have the Six of Pentacles. The Six of Pentacles, this could be relationships, looking at our relationships, understanding if we are doing the give and take in the relationship. Are we present in that relationship? Are they present in the relationship? Are they always got their hand out asking for more and more and more, and yet you can't find them when you need them in your life? Or do they have your back? Do they support you? Do they love you? Do they cheer you on? You know, what is the balance? And it's not just the love relationship. It could be a good friend. It could be a coworker. It could be somebody in the community. Understanding your relationships is the first step in knowing how to grow them stronger and deeper. And the Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups. Now, this one is usually very, very, even looking at it, it looks very white. It's hard to make out any details. But we are embracing this cup that is overflowing. There is a dove waiting to send our messages up to the heavens, God, our angels, the universe, to ignite, to, start that spark of fire to the new beginning, the new start. So this is definitely a passion, a dream, a desire. Something does come into play here today. This doesn't really work too much with the energy, although the Six of Pentacles, I would say, works really well with the energy of today in our relationships, because usually we're going to find those conflicts within, communicating with another, working together in some way, passing each other on the street at the right time or the wrong time, however it might seem to you at the time. But the other cards really are saying that the energy that we have been walking through is much stronger than anything that we'll have to face today. So look at where you want to step into the new beginnings. What seeds do you want to plant? What promises are you making to yourself? What goals are you setting for yourself? Okay, we'll get an oracle card. So tomorrow, hopefully, I go and look at, I've been looking for a desk that works for me. And it kind of has to be kind of big for everything that I do. So, because I'm writing, and then I've got videos, and anyways, lots of stuff. And I found one because I wanted to manifest it. I didn't want it to be something I had to put money into, and so it took a little longer to find it. Well, I didn't find it; they found it, but they introduced me to the person who had it. And we were talking about what we were doing, and she started talking about how she was getting, downsizing her office, and she had this big desk and I was like, oh, I will pay for it. And she goes, no, just glad to get rid of it. So thank you. So we're getting closer to being able to redesign the office so that every card that you see is wonderful. I can have, the two cameras going at the same time, looking to get a third if you want. We have the 38 energy here. There we go. Acceptance of love. So this goes very much with the Six of Pentacles, the acceptance of love. We need to have our hearts open to accept and to receive and to give. Absolutely. The 38 energy is also an 11 energy. So we have that master number 11 coming in again through our oracle cards. And I kind of see this as of just inviting in love as going with the flow and being one with the experience. And, we're kind of, part of nature itself there. Trying to get it so you can see it really well. You can't see her face. She's the bush is looking up to what seems like a tree until you notice the arm. And anyways, 38. Sorry about the we're getting there, guys. We're getting there. Patience, please. Thank you for your patience, I should say, because you're here. This image is a representation of the harmony of opposites, masculine and feminine. You have the ability to give love freely to yourself and to others. It's important to understand that you are whole, complete, and perfect now, and will enhance the life of another. So you don't have to get perfect. You don't have to get better. You're already perfect. You need to understand that. You need to realize that within yourself. Love can happen. Love is the truth of all situations. Love the soul embodied inside you. Express more love in your life and allow yourself to feel loved. Everything happens exactly when it's supposed to. In that order, everything that happens is what is supposed to take place. You bring a bright light and individuality into this wonderful world. And we'll get an animal card. Okay, there we go. Oh, the dogs are back. 21, the world. So that's more of the full moon energy. Absolutely. Shetland sheepdog. Congratulations on successfully accomplishing what you set out to do. You've made it through the challenges and incorporated the lessons life offered you with grace and courage. So this tells us that we have reached a point because we have been working on ourselves. Each step of our journey is a learning experience, and congratulations on successfully accomplishing. So that means that you have come to kind of the end of a path in a certain part of your life. It's time to either invite in a brand new path or take an elevated step forward. Maybe it's within a relationship and we're going to grow it deeper and stronger. We're going to take that next step within the relationship. Maybe you've just been dating. Now maybe it's time to move in together. Pop the question, whatever it might be for your situation. Maybe it's time to go for that promotion at work. Maybe it's time to take that hobby and monetize it. Maybe it's time to lose that weight or get more exercise into your life. Whatever it might be for you. This is the congratulations. You've made it to this point. You should be celebrating any kind of accomplishments. If you're looking at the past, you need to look at your accomplishments. Of how you have grown. Of how you have mastered this thing called life. In so many ways. And yes, we're always learning, we're always growing, and really we don't master it ever, right? There's always things. We tend to be human a little bit more than, we'll ever be spiritual until. So during this time, to perfect would be, then we're godlike. So that chances are that won't always be, but that won't be. But it is about always looking to better ourselves. Always looking to creating a better self, a better environment, a better world around us. And until we meet again, remember, I do love you.